Are you ready to sell and curious about which improvements are going to bring you back the most money? Today, I'm going to break down the top 5 home improvements for you to make to get the biggest ROI on your investment. And I'll also be going over some low cost improvements that you can make, as well as revealing some of the top paint colors. So, if you're interested in how you can make more money selling your home, stay tuned. I am DeAngela Hudson. I'm a licensed real estate broker in Atlanta, Georgia, and I help divorcing couples and first-time sellers move on with ease and sell quickly, make more money, and stress less. So, the number one thing that you can do to get the highest ROI on your home is surprisingly a garage door. And the reason is because it's one of the first things people see. People who are buying a home for a garage usually want it to be functional. So if you have a garage door on your home that doesn't work or is dented or bent, I would definitely start there. You're going to spend around $4,300, give or take, but it's going to give you 103% ROI on your investment. The number two thing would be the entry door. So replacing your door with a steel door that doesn't have any dents, any bumps, scrapes, or bruises is also going to help you make the most money. And it's the same logic as that garage door when you're walking up to the home. If you have guests coming over, that's one of the first things people see when buyers are coming to tour your home. They are going in through the front door. So even though you might go in every day through the garage door, I advise clients to go in through the front door and look at your house, how a buyer is going to look at your house. And the front door is definitely something that's going to make a huge impression. So you'll spend about $2,200 and have about 101% ROI on your front door. Number three, I call it 3A and 3B, is the siding. So vinyl siding would definitely be the top priority, mainly because it is not as commonly used, especially the higher end that you get. They definitely use cement siding or even brick or stucco in some properties. But vinyl siding, you're going to spend about $16,000, give or take how much you have to replace or repair, and you'll get 95% of that money back. Cement siding is going to cost you a little more because it is a sturdier material, and it's going to be about 20,000 and you'll get about 89% back. But that's one of those things that buyers are really going to look closely at because that can become like a structural defect if it's not addressed, especially vinyl siding. If you have an opportunity for moisture to get back there, that can really cause some pretty big issues. So that's one of the things I would definitely recommend to address before you get your house listed on the market. Number four would be minor kitchen updates. So I'm talking updating the appliances, refreshing the cabinets, maybe doing the countertops. You'll spend probably about $27,000 depending on how luxurious your finishes are. However, you'll recoup about 85% of those things. And I tell people that the kitchen is like the heart of the home. So, as a seller, you want to make sure that buyers can see themselves gathering in the home, whether it's them coming over with their family or making dinner every night for their little ones or having a friend's game night. You just want the kitchen to be a very appealing place for buyers to gather. So definitely, if you do have the extra funds, invest them into the kitchen. The fifth area would be the bathroom, especially the owner's bathroom. I work with buyers and sellers, and I have been on tours with clients, and they have said that they don't really care what the kids' bathrooms look like. They don't care how the guest bathrooms look. As long as their owner's bathroom looks good, they will buy that house. So you're going to spend about $25,000 and recoup about 67% of that. So, kitchen and bath, if you notice, they are the top two things that are going to help sell the house, especially the owner's bath, and they have a little lower ROI. So, what I recommend for clients to do is to do those things earlier, but not too early. So, if you know that your plan is to sell maybe a year, 2 years before you get ready to list your house, go ahead and make those renovations so that way you have some time to enjoy it. The problem with doing it too soon is after about 5 years or so, the trends change and things start to become outdated. So you don't want to spend a significant amount of money on something that's not going to give you the highest ROI or something that is not going to be up to date or trendy when it is time for you to sell. And before people make any of these improvements, I always advise them to invite someone like myself, a professional real estate broker, over to take a look at their house. What I do with my clients is we talk about their goals, how much money they have set aside to go towards the sale, how much do they want to put in, do they want to do more as is, and understand that if they're selling with a lower condition, they have to match the price and expect a lower price, or do they want to invest more money into the property to get a higher value? So that's a complimentary service I offer to my clients as far as what are your goals? What do we need to make money on? And let's talk about some of those low cost investment opportunities. So the best thing that you can do if you say you only have a tiny amount of money to invest into selling, but you know you need to sell, I recommend to get a fresh coat of paint. A fresh coat of paint will do wonders for your property. And for the walls, you want to go with like grays, beiges, grays, which is like a mix between gray and beige, and then always do the most pure white trim that you can find for the trim in the doors. And then in the kitchen, pewter gray actually will get you about $2,500 more on a sale. So on the cabinets, that's a really great color to put on the cabinets because it's nice and neutral. It makes most kitchens look larger. And if you have a larger kitchen, it's okay to go with those darker colors. You can kind of see behind me how it's like white on the cabinets, and then the island is like a navy blue. That's a great trend, especially if you have the space. This is a very spacious kitchen, so it has the room to do that. But if you're in a smaller kitchen, or if your kitchen is kind of blocked in or behind walls, you really want to stick with those lighter colors because it's going to make the space look larger. The darker the colors, the smaller the space is going to look. Something else that you can do is focus on the curb appeal. Make sure the lawn is mowed. Maybe go grab some seasonal flowers and plant out front near the mailbox or around the entryway, because you have to think when the buyers pull in, they're going to kind of visually scope out your property before they ever get a chance to go inside. So having that curb appeal is really going to help. And then the next thing is lighting. So updating light fixtures, improving light bulbs to the highest wattage, and getting that daylight will definitely help go such a long way when it comes to your resale value. So again, I'm DeAngela Hudson. I hope that this video has been helpful. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and comment. I'm curious to hear your feedback. If there are any other topics that you would like me to share on, let me know. And if you've made any of these improvements, I'm curious to know, how was the process? What was your renovation budget? And did you see it pay off for you when you went to sell? I'm DeAngela Hudson, helping people sell fast, stress less, and make more money. Hope you have a great day.